Do you know that the Nigerian ShortLet market is taking a huge slice of the hospitality business? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you, everything you need to know about ShortLet, and this is just series 4. If you haven't watched our ShortLet businesses series on playlist, man, you have to rush to watch it, because once you watch it, you'll be able to understand a lot more. Now, ShortLet business have started in Nigeria since 2011. So if you don't know, you should start knowing. And in 2020, it was a different ballgame entirely, because people were not allowed to lodge in hotels. So many travelers that were coming into Nigeria, probably trying to go out, they were actually leveraging on ShortLet apartments. Okay, now some people might not know what even ShortLet apartment is, but for those that know, yeah, good and fine. For those that don't know, these are furnished apartments that people can hire probably for a day or weekly, but it's calculated daily or monthly. Now this is not rentals because it is furnished, okay, and it all depends on if you have watched some other things we have discussed about ShortLet, then you really understand as this thing goes by. But please, if you haven't, you need to watch this video to the end so that you can be carried along as we move. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you some very vital information you need to know about ShortLet business. Now, for those who have so much fear, is this business really going to move? Is it going to be saturated? Is it going to affect the business? What is the thing that will really affect this business? I'll also share that before the end of this video, because it is important you're seeing the business itself. And one thing I want you to know is that business itself is risky, and for those who have made money in business, they have decided to take calculated risk. I'm not saying you should take all kinds of risk, but calculated risk. Once you have taken a calculated risk, definitely you'll be taking the right risk that would really generate real wealth for you. All right, so now let's go dig deep a bit into what I have today. But before then, my name is Anwakama, and I'm that your real estate expert and that real estate advisor that can always help you get the kind of property you need. So over the years, we've guided thousands of clients to secure properties and also guide them on your real estate investment. And we've got beautiful Google review that is very impressive. And we still have a lot of clients who have dropped review on WhatsApp. Some is actually on our Instagram also, we posted. So if you are still thinking of what ShortLet is, you have to be looking at why is there a rise in ShortLet business in Lagos, what is actually happening, and how can you manage this and also tap from this wealth of having a ShortLet business. All right, so I'll start with the statistics that I have on board, okay? But before then, if you are new, please hit that subscribe button below. Turn on your notification bell to get notified on each download post right on the Hatchet TV. Follow us up on all of our social media platforms and ask us a lot of questions regarding your real estate investment right here in Nigeria. All right, so now let's go dig deep into another thing that we have today, okay, which is what is the statistics like? In 2021 March, there was statistics released by Business Day, okay, saying that hotel made about 47.5% for their sales, while the ShortLet apartment made about 76.3%, okay. And in 3 years altogether, it was shown that ShortLet apartments made up to 54.6%. Now you can Google this so that you can have all of these facts intact. That could really help you. Anyway, let's take a short break, and when we come back, I will share with you some very vital reasons why ShortLet is now paving way. I also share with you mistakes you should not make. Now, if you haven't watched the video, that is a series 1, mistakes you should not make. You should be watching that, because that series 1 is hurt. But I will share a pinch of it in this video. Anyway, let's take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have a lot to talk about. Welcome back. All right, so let's start with the vital reason why ShortLet business can really make so much money for you. There is an analysis I made showing how you can make up to 20 million naira on ShortLet business in Lagos, which a lot of people made as at last year up to this year. Okay, and ShortLet businesses in some other countries have been in existence, because when I travel to other countries, I see that these things are just the way it is. Okay, even as it is in Nigeria. So the first vital information you need to know is that ShortLet business is a cheaper alternative compared to some hospitality industry. You know why? Because, for example, if an hospitality industry is giving you 100k per night, okay, and ShortLet of that kind is giving you 60k per night, definitely you want to go for 60k per night. And that is how it works. For example, if an hotel is giving you 60k per night or 50k per night, you will definitely see a ShortLet going for 35k per night. Okay, so these are some of the things you need to know, and how you can also understand how you're going into the business and what you're even going into. That's one. Second, ShortLet business is good for those who are business travelers. Like, if you want to travel from one state to the other, you want to just probably go for business meetings, you want to have your own privacy, you want to just have your own time. In fact, there are some kind of meal you don't eat and you really want to make your own meal yourself. ShortLet business is just good for you. Now, the third reason our ShortLet business will be very sweet are for those going for vacation. Now, you're going for vacation from one location to the other, and you don't even know what to do and where to stay. You pick a ShortLet apartment, and it's just like you are staying in your own home. And some ShortLet apartment really comes with contemporary designs. Like, it's got some beautiful designs that you might not even want to go home. Sincerely, that's how some ShortLet really looks like, and that is exactly what a good ShortLet should look like. Okay, and if you don't even know the items you might need in ShortLet, there's a video on the ShortLet business playlist, so you can check that video and also equip yourself more to know what to buy in that ShortLet apartment you want to give out for ShortLet. Okay, now let's move to the next one, which is the fourth one. Now, the truth of the matter is this ShortLet business has a higher value in appreciation. The turnover is amazing. Turnover is mind-blowing. You cannot just think of having a ShortLet business and you aren't thinking of a ShortLet business that will give you a high value in appreciation. But this does. One, it appreciates in terms of the location where the property is. As the location is appreciating, your ShortLet apartment is also appreciating. That's one. Second, once there is a hike in ShortLet apartment, it also touches yours. Just like a client of mine who had increase in some of our purchasing item for building a house, and that actually affected the cost of the house, because you can't think of building a house and you now run at a loss because you don't want to exceed a particular price. Definitely, as you're building the house, you make little profit from it, so definitely it also make that kind of property to shoot high. So I'm giving you all of this information because I want you to be more equipped than any other person when it comes to ShortLet. Then 5, okay, the fifth one, which is eventually almost the last one, the vital information is, the truth is, both the tenant, I can call them client or tenant, and the landlord that are participating in these ShortLet businesses, they are always happy. Every ShortLet I have stayed, I really feel happy staying in those ShortLet apartment, because before I go out for my daily thing and come back, everywhere is cleaned up. And you just come back, you stay, the kind of services you get are just top notch. There's electricity, there are some things that are automated, and all of these things gives the ShortLet another feeling entirely. So if you are the type that you don't understand that the Nigerian ShortLet market is having a slice of the hospitality business, not just a slice, the slice is large. It's very large, so you have to understand that this is how it works. So please, if you haven't watched other series under this video, please take your time out to watch it and be ready to drop a lot of comment below, because we are willing to hear a lot more from you, and also tell us what you think about this video below. Now, what are the things that you shouldn't do? Which is one, location. Don't pick a location that wouldn't sell your ShortLet business because you would not like it. Now, there are ways you can do that. If you have a professional realtor and somebody, professional at that, it's going to be easy for you to get that across. Okay, and definitely HT Champion Limited is always here to guide you through. And if you have questions, feel free to ask at the comment section box, and don't forget to watch other series of these ShortLet businesses. It's important before you before you pay anything or even take any step. Thank you so much. I love you now and always. Bye.